let me stop, right? Each time that you get the coronavirus, you're supposed to get like attacked a different system, like a different organ, a different bodily system. Um, that's as far as I get. You can tell that my science medical knowledge is not good. So if anybody's alive in 2 years, you know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to get the cold like what, twice, once a year. Some people don't get it for 5 years. Some people get it like 5 times a year. Um, so if anybody's alive in 2 years, either they didn't get it or they were resilient, but they won't like you won't be resilient after getting it 2 or 3 times. There'll be nothing left. So don't get it. Only that's it, man. People like it's gonna like you have to. This is like the test. This is all the homework and shit. Uh, as far as like what is actually good for you, and there won't be an FDA, an AMA. There won't be any of these agencies that are reputable, responsible professionals because they were wrong. They were wrong. They got all the evidence is for me different than for anybody else to consider it relevant, right? Because you're not worried about if you like. I took empathy on people with masks because it's hot and uncomfortable, and plus their inhibitions. It's got to be over overwhelming because they're like. So I'm like, why wouldn't I want to tell them that accept your fate because the um, the germs are just sitting on top of your mask. It's not the micron strength or size. It's not stopping them. And it would take me too long to explain. Look at the reason that it's a coronavirus. Like it's micron size is more dispensable. Like what I mean. Like the only thing that could be that dispensable is atmosphere. It has to be able to become airborne. Something atmospheric. Like it's like sun. The corona, sun kind of represents gold in a way because this gold is residue. It builds up as a residue in fissures in the earth in the volcanic state. It's residue of light that pelted the earth and formed in volcanic state. They study the premium of the nugget. They buy nuggets and the premium they pay for every individual nugget. Like you can't study something, and you know what I'm saying. Like we would be like, why can't? What is they studying? They already know enough. Like it's because it's dispensation. Uh, Oxidized gold, gold powder comes so fine that it oxidized and it was airborne. Then then aliens fucking sent sent. It comes down to genealogy, right? How we got the body to mine the oxidized gold for the the Enochian gods, which were probably aliens, right? You don't have to believe that shit, but anyways, the more we learn about how gold forms comes from the process of mining it. You don't study how gold forms without mining it, but the mining process teaches you how it forms. The the gold wire is a crystal because of how it forms. It pushes up from the bottom to form the wires. A silver wire is not a crystal because it draws ions together and from to form the wire. So when it pushed it up, it gave the contextual definition of structure. Any contextual definition of structure is 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 5 electrons. You know, crystalline form is 665. 666 is carbon. Carbon actually is a residue from something else that is not physical. That is also change. Is change uh, for an organism to create illumination in an organism. Then when you draw it out, it becomes some mild sedative. Uh, but when it's in the organism, it's changing. It's changing. You know, we actually fell out of order with the mundane, but we have to break up the routine because when we find what we actually want, it has mundanity in it. That's why there's metaphysical, occult metaphysical information. We actually hate it. So when you're looking for occult knowledge, you discover occult metaphysical information. You demystify it, then you have to remystify it, and you get a funny expression or a humor. You get a humor because the lie is the truth. If you're telling some, you know what I'm saying? If it's trying to subvert the agenda, then the lie can be the truth. If you tell someone who's trying to subvert your agenda a lie, because you're being true to the game, basically, and that's what people want to see. That's what you know. So did I wrap it up already? If I can remember what I started the video, it's 2 years. 2 years. There will be a small population potentially. I'm not saying that it's true. This thing could mutate and become harmless, but it has to do so quickly because if it's a cold and it's seasonal, then you the more times you get the cold, the less time you get the cold, the longer it's longevity. You know, what I'm saying it takes away your longevity each time that you repair. Just like, but at the same time, you're supposed to you're supposed to absorb stress, muscle stress. You know, that's like exercise and shit. You know, but the muscles only repair themselves so many times. But if you don't get the exercise, you still die sooner. So there's something like that. But this is advanced. This is not good because like if it doesn't mutate into harmless, you each time that you get it, it attacks a different organ, a different. So it'll wreck your body 1, 2, 3. If you survive 3 times, I can't say that you're resilient because there'll be nothing left of you. So only the methods of stabilizing and uh, slowly building strength of your immune system, not boosting. Like all the shitty information is all out the window.